Hey guys, motivation when you feel ugly. If you're watching this video, I'm here to provide some inspiration and motivation. This is how I used to look when I was about 15. I definitely was not the pretty girl in high school. I wasn't popular. I was actually the nerd in high school, quiet. I always had my head in a book. I definitely did not feel beautiful when I was in high school. Here is me when I had my daughter at 17 years old, and when I was pregnant with her, I gained 60 pounds. That was a huge blow to my self-confidence about myself and how attractive I felt. And at that point in my life, I also did not feel beautiful. I know how you feel. And the first way I was able to overcome not feeling attractive was realizing that I am not a victim of my body. That was a huge shift. And that is actually what catapulted me into achieving and manifesting the most beautiful version of myself. Realizing that my body actually served me and that the results that I was getting, my physical body and how my body looked, was not out of my control. I could alter it and I could control how I looked. Just that mental shift alone and realizing that was absolutely life-changing. Because then I started to take action to change my physical appearance. The second thing that really helped me along my way was learning the power of repetition. This might seem obscure and weird, but I've learned over the past 10 years that it's not necessarily what you say you want. It's not what you would like. It's not what you daydream maybe once or twice a week. It's what you think every day that shapes your life, and that includes how you look. And the most important part of this is the everyday part. The everyday part, the repetition. And so I started repeating to myself over and over throughout my days, probably since I was about 24 years old. I am beautiful. I am loved. Very simple, right? Anybody could do this. Anybody could understand this. It wasn't intellectually understanding it. It was the repetition that reshaped my belief of how I saw myself. And that was where the real power lied. You might have heard a lot about the law of attraction, or maybe you haven't. But personally, for me, it worked when it came to manifesting my most beautiful self. And all I did was I repeated, I am beautiful, I am loved. At first it sounded strange because I didn't believe it. But as time progressed, I began to believe it. And it literally became a very solid, unshakable, unquestioned belief. And that is still what I believe today, and I still repeat that every day to myself. I started journaling. I've been a journaler for about 15 years, but in my journal entries, I started to write affirmations as well. So I would speak them in my mind, and then I would also write them with a pen. This is also very powerful. I started to write, I have clear skin, because at that time I was struggling with pretty bad acne. Again, I'll put some pictures up so you can see the type of skin I was dealing with. You know, I didn't know how I was going to get clear skin. I just knew that that's what I desired, and that somehow, through whatever means, the ideas would come to me and I would figure out how to get the clear skin. I just had faith. The next thing I did, as I was changing my own self-image mentally inside, because realize that for anything to come out into the physical world, it must first be created in your mind. There's a really famous quote, all things in the physical world are created twice. First in the mind and then in the physical. I knew that I needed to build a beautiful self-image of myself first, before I could see it in the mirror. So what I started doing was I would focus on things that I really liked about myself. I really liked my eyes. There is something about yourself that you think is beautiful. Some feature that you're happy with, that you think is perfect. Focus on that. Hyper-focus. Because when you focus on the thing that you believe is beautiful about yourself, that is what you're going to feel. I am beautiful. It's going to match emotionally. So shift your focus from the things you don't like to the things that you do like, and it's going to reinforce the emotional power behind your I am beautiful affirmations. Okay, now you might think that this is all wishy-washy and this isn't any practical, actionable tips, and I am going to get into that, but I want to really stress that the mental game is very important, because if you don't change what's going on mentally, you're not going to change the outside world. You must change inside first. This is a hard lesson that I had to learn throughout my 20s. I wanted results, I wanted things to happen. Nothing happened until I changed what was going on in here. I don't want you guys to waste years and years and years learning this lesson. So some of the things that I started to do to become more attractive, I was able to lose the 60 pounds that I gained from my first pregnancy using the law of attraction. If you want to know more about that, I have an entire video called Law of Attraction Weight Loss, or How I Lost Weight with the Law of Attraction, I'll link it in the description below for you. But I used a lot of similar principles. Go really into depth about how I was able to lose weight, and I was. After that, I fluctuated with weight. I still struggled with weight. I used to go through a lot of yo-yo dieting and diet fatting. I also struggled with weight gain from birth control. I gained 15 to 20 pounds. So I fluctuated and yo-yoed. Now at 30 years old, I finally found a diet that works for me, that I feel is healthy and sustainable and that I can do for the rest of my life. I'm at the weight that I'm really happy with. It hasn't fluctuated for a couple years now. The weight loss is no longer a problem, and that's because I learned how to mentally shift to achieve the body of my dreams. I also started going to the gym a year ago almost now on a regular basis. For me, that was a big step. I was by no means athletic in school. I was very bad in sports. So I forced myself to go to the gym because as I was imagining my dream body, this is another thing that I was doing, was I was imagining my dream body, how I wanted my dream body to look. It looked very sculpted and athletic, very curvy. And I just came to the realization that I had to go to the gym if this is the body that I really wanted to manifest. So I took the plunge and I started going to the gym. And it's been 11 months now, and I was able to actually grow my butt through weightlifting at the gym. And if you want to know more about that, how I was able to literally re-sculpt my body, I have another video about how I grew my booty at the gym. I will link it below for you. I kept saying, I have clear skin, I have clear skin. Somehow I stumbled across the information that I needed to get clear skin. This all just happens, okay? I know it's difficult to see. It's easy for me to look back and see, but at that time I had no idea how I was going to get clear skin. I didn't know the path to get clear skin. I just kept saying that's what I wanted and visualizing it, and the pieces fell into place. The information I needed came to me. I would of course seek it and research it and stuff on YouTube. Then I started experimenting with different things, and after a couple years I got clear skin. I cleared my skin. I got glowing skin. I got the skin that I was literally dreaming of. Now I'm gonna go into something that you guys might find a little bit controversial, but I want to be completely honest and transparent with you. I did not like my nose. I thought my nose was too big for my face and it took away from my eyes. I wanted my face to look more harmonious and balanced. Now in this world, you can't change your nose and your bone structure at home naturally. So I decided to get cosmetic surgery and get a nose job. This is an extreme decision. I'm not necessarily recommending it for you, but if you're open to this type of thing, and if you feel like it's right for you and it's the right decision to make and you're comfortable with it and you're confident in it, by all means go for it. I got a nose job when I was 27 years old. It was the best decision I ever made in my late 20s. It totally transformed my self-confidence about how I felt about myself and how attractive I felt. And the funny thing is, this is what's really funny, when I went and got my consultation with my surgeon, I had a picture of what I wanted my nose to look like. And we did a 3D simulation of my face, and he altered the nose that I had into the nose that he could give me. It's incredible. I was emailed this 3D image, and then I underwent the surgery, and a year later I looked at this image and it was the exact image of the 3D image and also of what I had imagined in my mind. It was a pretty insane experience. I literally imagined my new face. It's incredible. That is another action I took towards becoming more attractive. There might be things that you need to go under the knife for. Like I said, I'm not necessarily recommending it, but for me, I felt that this was the right decision. And it led to me manifesting the most beautiful version of myself. Next is your confidence. Your confidence is a huge indication of how attractive that you're going to appear to people. There are lots of people out there that by society's standards aren't attractive, but yet they're very magnetic. They are mesmerizing. There's just something about them that draws people. It's because they're confident. It's because they understand how to emit energy that is magnetic. You can definitely develop this skill. Charisma and confidence, being a good speaker, all of these are skills that you can learn and develop. They're not just innate things. They're not like you're born with it. You can become good at these things. You can become very likable. There's very, very straightforward, proven ways to become magnetic. It's not a secret. I would definitely check out the book called The Art of Seduction, written by Robert Greene. That goes very in depth about how to become magnetic. But realize that confidence is something that you're going to have to build over time, and that you're not going to be confident, truly confident, unless you are truly authentic with yourself, truly honest with yourself, and you do things on a day-by-day basis that align with feeling worthy. Okay, so if you're going to say, I'm confident, but then you go and eat McDonald's every day, you're doing an action that's contradicting that belief. You need to live in alignment with your own self-image of yourself. Live in alignment that you do feel worthy and that you are important and that you do have something to offer the world. That has to go hand in hand with you taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, eating right, exercise. You know the deal. You know everything that you need to be doing. When you do these things, you're going to align with the energy of confidence. It will just happen. For those of you that feel ugly, I want to leave you with the message that you are so powerful and that you can manifest the most beautiful version of yourself. You might not see how you're going to do it, but you will. Believe in it, trust, and have faith that it will appear in the mirror before you. Just see it in your mind. Repeat to yourself, I am beautiful. I am loved. I have the body of my dreams. Whatever affirmation resonates with you. And I realize that changing your appearance has been done by many other people over and over. This isn't anything new. This isn't some groundbreaking thing. There are so many people that have dramatically transformed how they look. If you guys want to know more about how I became beautiful using the law of attraction, I do have another video. It goes into a little bit more detail. It's called How I Became Beautiful Using the Law of Attraction. You can go ahead and check that out. I will also link it in the description. You are going to be so beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.